So, we got some more people, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to start talking now. So, I was thinking about the meanings we give situations. And it kind of, I got the idea, / this kind of, has puzzled me since I kind of noticed a thought where I was like, God, why does life hate me? And when you tell yourself like that life hates you over and over and over again, you kind of get this like learned helplessness, in a sense that like you don't even try and make your life better, like life hates you, so why even try? But so like in that situation, it's about like better questions, better answers. So like the question shouldn't have been, why does life hate me? It should be like, why am I not enjoying my life? And what can I do to make it better? Mike Hunt. So Zachary says, you worked with Mike Hunt. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I do know a lot of Mikes and not necessarily remember their last names. So I don't know, it depends what he did. So yeah. So then I thought about when I was like quite young, about 10 years ago, when I was 18, I was really ambitious and I just wanted I wanted my life to be kind of like glitz and glam. And so basically I had an event coming up that I was going to with my guy friend. And it was a charity event for cancer. And I was like so prepared for it. I had gotten my nails done, and that shit's painful because they have to be like acrylics. And I bite my fingers like to the core, so like the chemicals would get into their like, into the wounds and stuff. But nothing is more awkward than doing a fake tan and like you get like a paper thong, but you're just like standing there like it's so awkward, and this lady is like pretty much eye level to my pubes, just like spraying and really getting in there, and I was like, oh my god, no, not fun. But then I got my hair done at my mum's salon, and I remember looking in the mirror, like getting in like one of the swivel chairs, like checking the back of my hair and the colour and the cut that had just been done. And I remember thinking, I am finally happy with my hair. It's long enough, I love the colour. So I was like finally happy. Dominate Fra, lovely to meet you. He says, just got a new job today. That's pretty cool. What is your job in? So I went to this event, and it was pretty cool because there were a lot of New Zealand celebrities, and for me at the time, I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. But I was also like in property management. And so I was kind of using it as a time to network as well. But I was like so excited because these rugby players were like checking me out, and I felt so beautiful, and when I felt beautiful, I felt confident, and I was just like, yes, in my element. So then anyway, we go to dinner, and we get like this fancy dinner while we watch the show. And the show is essentially people shaving their heads and rich people donating money to get them to do that, right? So I'm watching the show with my guy friend, and like we're drinking wine after wine, and then it started to get onto like, we started to be like, I could do that. And I'd be like, yeah, you know what? It'd be so good for my self-confidence. Like, you know, I just think if you can be bald, you can, you know, you can do anything, you know? Because obviously, like, for a girl, hair can be just such a protective thing, you know? And, I mean, look how long my hair is. This one really needs a cut. So anyway, it just started getting into, like, those topics and... Hello, honey. You need to tell me what your job was, because otherwise I can't enjoy the moment with you. So my drunk self ended up talking to the lady and was like, I'll bid my hair off. And I was like very drunk, right? And she was like, just please sign that you haven't had anything more than one glass of wine and that you're not drunk. And I was like, sure thing. Yeah, so anyway, I go up on the stage. People bid on my hair. And because my hair was so long, we got quite a good amount of money. So, I mean, that's one good thing, right? And I remember... because the people were like to me, are you sure? Are you sure you're going to do this? Like, kind of expecting me to, like, kind of pull out. But I didn't. I just kept being like, oh, it's done now. Just breathe through it. You're going to be fine. You're going to be able to rock being bald. And so, yeah. I went bald, shaved my head with my guy mate who also got his head shaved. And it was all hunky-dory until I woke up for work the next morning. And I remember walking into the bathroom, and my sister, who I was flirting with at the time, my sister, she literally screamed because, like, she didn't know that I was shaving my head. She, like, went, did someone steal your hair? Like, just so kind of, like, unrealistic, but she was just, like, she screamed. It was really funny. Anyway, so that was funny, but I called my mum, and I was like, Mum, guess what? And she's like, what? And I'm like, I shaved my hair for cancer. Thinking that she's going to be like, good for you. You know, thinking that, like, it's going to be a proud mum moment. But she was like, why would you do that? And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, when I realized that, like, when mum wasn't on board, I was like, oh, no. Like, this is a real mistake. So then I go to my job, which is at my mum's salon. But the problem there is that it's just mirror after mirror after mirror, and I remember like washing people's hair and like crying and like trying to hold it in, and yeah, it was just horrible. And I think it was because at the time my focus was, or the meaning I gave to my hair or beauty was that it was more important than what I actually had to offer just as a person, right? So then so it's really grieving for a while, and like I started to accept it more. My mum got on board. My sister Ashley, she kind of gave me the I'm so proud of you vibe, which is what I needed. I needed to hear that, like, I'd done the right thing and I was a good person. That's what I needed to hear, even though inside I was like, what the F? Like, ah. But anyway, So my mum like was like, okay, well, you know what, we're gonna need you to have some fierce earrings, and we're gonna need to get you like this fur poncho. She like dressed me like kind of very classy, but also like, you know, fierce. And I was like, go you, mum, thanks. But then, so let's say a week or so later, no, less than that, I was still like quite bald. Anyway, so I'm in a McDonald's in town, and this lady comes up to me and she starts crying, and she's like, I saw the speech you gave when you shaved your head. I just want you to know that, you know, I've got cancer, and you have given me the courage that it's going to be fine and I can do it and all this stuff. And I was just kind of like, holy fuck. Like, I don't think I'd ever felt like that kind of high before. It's like a different high when you kind of give, when you contribute. So that experience, luckily, changed the meaning I gave to the event where I shaved my hair. So it wasn't so much a focus of like, I've made a big mistake, I'm going to have to wait 6 months until, you know, I feel okay again, until my hair kind of gets to like a bob level. So yeah, my association changed to my association changed to I am a strong person that put other people's situations first. And it, like, the meaning changed several times, because the meaning I have for my beauty, my associations connected to, you know, my hair, how I look. That's kind of where I get all my confidence from, or where I did. It was kind of like I couldn't sell myself as a property manager if I didn't feel hot. Like, I couldn't go out into the world. And, you know, that's problematic, because it means that I don't actually value what I've got to give as a person, right? So, my meaning, then changed to, okay, this is really hard. I accept it. I'm bald. Bugger. I am going to make the best of it. I'm going to get spiritual muscles. It's going to be okay. And it was okay. And I ended up keeping my hair short for a little bit, because it worked really well with photography and things like that. So I did a lot of photo shoots with short hair and things. So yeah, it definitely had its positives. I will say though, after I got bald, I started getting fat. Now, you want to choose one of the two. You either want to be bald or fat, but not both. Because you know what? It is not fun. Not fun. But anyway, I hope you got what I was trying to say when I said my story, because the thing is we've all got our own story. We've all got our own meanings and associations to each experience that we have. Even if it's just simple, like work today, or the way someone looked at me, or, you know, you could have a meaning that life is a box of chocolates, or you could have a meaning that life's a bitch until you die. And both will be true. If you focus on it, that's where you'll go. Just kind of like when I was learning to drive, which also wasn't a fun experience, but that's fine, I've got it now. But I'm epileptic, so I can't drive at the moment, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's just ignore that. So yeah, so he kept being like, focus on the road. You're going to hit, like, whatever you're focusing on. So when I'm, like, looking out the window daydreaming, I'm more likely to, like, go into the tree and things like that. And I think life is definitely that way. So that's my story. I would like to hear from you guys. I'm going to dance a little while you guys ask me some questions or give me your opinion on the subject. And I want to talk to you guys. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what your life is like. I'm really interested. I want to learn a lot from you guys. Let's turn the music up. Ooh. I can't drink anymore. Well, I can, but I choose not to drink that much anymore because of my epilepsy and just because it's not the same for me anymore. It doesn't sit so well with my tummy. I always feel gross, and maybe it's because I'm getting old. I don't know, but yeah, it's just not my thing anymore. So when I feel destructive, well, or like kind of just like I want to do something naughty, I have a coffee, an instant coffee. Yes, that's my life. And this is, well, I haven't actually named this guy. Do you guys want to name this guy with me? I think he's a pretty good looking dude.